Danny Starbuck on the outside. Looks like he might have gone off the racetrack. No, brought it back for fourth place. As they drop down the backside, it's Johnson still all over the rear wheel. And now, as they come around to the end of lap number 2, Johnson has moved into the lead, passing Bailey. Bailey trying to put a move back on Johnson to get back into the lead. Precious point for the championship. And Johnny O'Mara still holding down that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, Rick Johnson pulls out to a considerable lead, pulling away from David Bailey in the finish. And Johnson wins the moto, but O'Mara will still win the overall with a 1-3 and sprint. Meanwhile, David Bailey gets out, grabs his motorcycle. O'Mara kind of staggering just a little bit as he picks up his goggles trying to get his bike done. The question is, meanwhile, Rick Johnson running out front. No pressure whatsoever. Pretty much on cruise. Rick Johnson getting a sign from his mechanic saying, just keep it going. You got the overall, buddy. David Bailey in third and Rick Johnson takes it.
1, 2, and 3 positions. I would expect that those front runners, David Bailey, rider number 6 with the lead, Jeff Ward, rider number 4, running in that number 2 position, and rider number 5, Rick Johnson, running in third, will leave the rest of the pack way behind. Bailey takes the green flag, and lap number 1 is put into the record. All 3 championships in a single year. Johnson has made his intentions clear. He says, I'm going to be the first. David Bailey says, no way. Bailey, my mantle. And Bailey right now is doing everything that he possibly can to make that prediction come true. The Axton, Virginia star, the Honda factory rider, grabbed the hole shot, took it away from Jeff Ward as the riders wound their way through the wooded area. Came out in front, and he's not been challenged. Makes the pass. Will there be enough time left in moto number 1 to catch David Bailey? Now coming out of the trees in the dust, Rick Johnson has made the pass and moved into the number 2 position. Johnson, with clear sailing ahead of him, now has his sights set on David Bailey, riding out in front and has been there since the opening of moto number 1, be able to pick up the pace. Hands! Talk about confidence, and David Bailey has it in spades. One more corner to go. Here it is, and Bailey takes the checkered flag with the front number 2. Johnson said that he spent moto number 1 learning the track. He followed David Bailey. He was back quite a ways, but he was able to see Bailey's lines out in front of him. So Johnson says the learning is over. Moto number 2 is going to be different. He felt that if he could get a hole shot, he would try to put as much distance between himself and the rest of the field as possible. If David Bailey got out in front of him and he was close enough to catch him, which is the case, then it's Johnson's intention to... David Bailey leading Rick Johnson around the top side of the racetrack. Now Johnson running about 4 bike lengths behind Bailey. He's just where he wants to be. On occasion, Johnson has moved up to the number 2. He would be given the overall win for the day and the bonuses and the prestige that go with it. Now again, we point out that is Rick closes slightly on Bailey. That gap now cut to 5 bike lengths. But Bailey knows exactly where Johnson is. He can hear the engine behind him. Bailey is concentrating on getting around the racetrack as quickly as he can without making a mistake. It's up to Johnson to make the move. Bailey knows that, and Johnson knows that. Moto number 2 is winding down as we move into the final lap of the 500cc series, and Bailey, off the top of that double jump, not only waved at the crowd, but he took his goggles off and threw them away. Bailey can smell the checkered flag and the overall win at Lake Sugar Tree, Axton, Virginia.